Hobbies. For everyone's sake, have one. The pandemic may have locked us in physically, but it unlocked many things within us. Probably more than we would have imagined or wanted. But one thing I began to observe after several months into those lockdowns is that it really doesn't do us any good to be filling all of our free time with television. It started off a bit that way. People were forced to stay home and they're trying to make the most of the situation by taking time to catch up on film and TV shows to fill large portions of their days and evenings. Time otherwise meant for out-of-home activities. But what it mutated into was a lot of people getting sick of it. Or in contrast, de-evolving into couch potatoes, who are now having a hard time finding the drive to bring themselves out of that routine. The routine of watching stuff. Hobbies, though, are the best way to snap oneself out of the TV or YouTube rabbit hole trance, especially now that the world around us is opening up. Well, what does this have to do with conversation, though? I'd say it has everything to do with it. For one thing, you can't really be social if you're at home staring into a screen. Additionally, there's not a lot of conversational intrigue in talking about a TV show that nobody else has seen or hasn't finished watching yet. It's become this obligatory go-to topic. And recommendations are one thing, but is that the crux of our interactions for the evening? To go from watching TV to talking about TV? All the time? I'm a huge film and TV buff, and when you get into a deep conversation about the content or how it's made or whatever, it can be very stimulating and interesting. But I think you know what I mean when there is this circle of people, and all that's happening is everybody taking turns with, have you seen this show? Or have you seen that show? It's really getting old. Hobbies have more to do with conversation if you consider that this is somebody getting into something. Someone's area of expertise. They're breaking new ground, or creating things, or even just learning something. It all adds to the charisma. And basically, what it does to conversation is what a decanter does to a red wine. The interactions open up, and everything about it is uplifted and just better. Now, I understand that saying, find a new hobby sounds kind of obvious. Hey, you want to do something different? Try doing something different. But it really casts a light on a part of ourselves that's been stuck under a blanket on the sofa for too long. Ironically, YouTube can be a fairly robust resource in finding ideas and inspiration for a new hobby, and I can attest to that personally. I mean, here I am. Sociable hobbies, though, like sports leagues or nature or art clubs, are coming back around. And there are few better ways to meet like-minded people who you already have something in common with. I would say half the people I know and interact with on a regular basis, both in person and online, are from my baseball and poker leagues. Now, not everybody is keen to be that outward, though, and that's fine if that's who you are, but that doesn't mean you can't branch out and do something interesting. Do something for your own edification. I've seen many people get into making their own home crafts or skilled projects to showcase to friends and family. Some even end up selling their finished products, online or at some of the markets that are opening up. Hobbies can become a source of income, and who knows where that takes you. But even if the activity or knowledge development of the hobby is its own reward, it's still a win, because a universal endgame with a hobby effectively makes us more compelling to others and yourself. Even if everything pandemic-wise slithers back into lockdowns or whatever, you do have something new and captivating to run with, one way or another.